Now we get to speak to Toto Wolff. Toto, a contrasting day for your team. Let's talk first about the incident between Valtteri and George. I know it won't have provided any happiness down in your garage. How did you see the incident between the two?
Absolutely not necessary, but it takes two to tango. And from where I can understand from each driver's perspective that it wasn't his fault, but if you look at it from a global perspective, from where we sit at Mercedes, it's something that shouldn't be happening.
Do you need to reprimand either of them? Are they big enough to understand the role that each one of them played without you having to tell them?
I think both of them think that they are not to blame, and I will need to make the point that this is not a clear cut for me. It was a nasty accident. Yeah. It was quite a move on the DRS there, but I guess when a driver doesn't go for the hang up.
Well, talking about that incident, or moving on from that incident, we were speaking earlier on about how this race was almost like a game of two halves. Two halves in terms of what was going on in terms of race incidents, but also from an emotional standpoint. What was going through your mind when you saw Lewis's Mercedes off there? Did you think he'd be able to get it back?
No, you're absolutely right. At the beginning, it was like after the turn one incident, oh, here we go, we've broken the front wing, the gate, the race is over, and the Valtteri not making up any positions. Then we saw suddenly that we had the pace and we were coming back on Max, and then it was all about catching again. And then obviously one car is a write-off and needs to go in the bin, and the other one is in the wall with the front wing broken off. So at that stage we are thinking 0 points with none of the cars. And then suddenly we are back in the game for P2, and the outcome was good.
The beautiful irony in all of this is that without the red flag, you wouldn't have been able to fix Lewis's front wing, and that actually allowed him to fight back for that second place, take the lap back, and all of that. David was saying you had like a magnet button that you just tapped it for George and Valtteri, bring out the red flag.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't have done it. There's other possibilities. I could have thrown some nails on the track as well.
Look, Toto, we thank you for coming on. We know you're busy. One final question. Obviously, Lewis still leads the Drivers' Championship after that stunning drive to retake second place today. We've got a proper fight on, haven't we, between Mercedes, between Red Bull for the championship this year. For folks at home, for fans of Formula One, it's going to be one hell of a season.
Yeah, it's going to be a hot season and just what we want.
Wonderful stuff.
Absolutely. Thank you so much,
Thanks
Toto.
for coming on, Toto. Really appreciate it.